To another Raw Talk podcast, episode 3. And I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching and listening as always. I do make an audio version of this, which is up on my SoundCloud. I'll link it in the links below, or it's on Spreaker.com. Either one of those you guys should check out. But me and the NDFX appreciate everybody who stops by and listens and enjoys the podcast. So with that being said, ask us some random ass questions in the comment section below. We want to integrate you guys more into the podcast. You guys can definitely check out the NDFX, because that dude be pumping out a lot of gameplays for his PS4. So I would recommend you guys checking it out. He does more like a podcast where he talks over the gameplay. It's a pretty cool thing. Now let's welcome the NDFX to the podcast.
Alright, we up in this bitch.
Working at the hospice, what's the most randomest shit someone's donated?
As I can think right now, someone donated a bong. Like a smoking device for marijuana.
And they accepted it?
Well, at hospice, there's a lot of old people, so they don't really know what a lot of this shit is. So,
but you think if they're old, they would been hippies or something?
yeah, I know, right? But they have no idea. They thought it was like a flower thing.
Like a vase?
Yeah. So I was like staring at it, and I'm like, this is a device for smoking drugs. And so then they had to throw it away, but it was pretty funny.
So is there cool shit that you've actually wanted for yourself?
Oh yeah, like I've gotten
probably your record collection, right?
Yeah, I've gotten all my records at the thrift shop. I also got the black lights that I have and the lava lamps.
I'm still surprised people be giving away like bongs and
Yeah, I know.
That's weird to me. People give that away.
Oh, there has been a couple times.
What, like sex toys or something?
Yeah.
And who are these people that run these stores? Don't they notice? They're just like...
Well, the problem is sometimes they just bring in boxes and bags that are already like taped shut and shit.
But
so,
why would you donate like a dildo or something?
Because people don't think, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go donate like condoms or something. It's like no one's gonna buy those or use them. So you know what makes me sick, guys, is people who call people fat who are not fat. And my thing is, I was watching an interview with Amy Lee of Evanescence, and that's the lead singer for you guys who don't know. And he writes, "She is a little fat. Sorry, but I still like her. She needs to lose a little bit of weight." So you're basically telling me, you're saying it's okay that you called her a fat ass, but you said, sorry, I called you that. To be honest, society is programming people, and magazines are programming people to think skinny chicks like you see on a runway, like models, are hot, when honestly, to my opinion, to my homeboy the NDFX opinion, to a lot of people I know, that is not attractive. I don't like stick skinny women. I don't like women that are like this. There's like, you look at her and you go, oh, no ass, no boobs, no nothing. I love a woman that's a little curvy, has a little bit of meat on their bones. That's just my honest opinion, but this dude got a lot of hate replies to him because people were replying to him like, dude, she's not fat, she's in great shape. And I think society is just programming people to say, yeah, she's fat because she's curvy. What? So people, stop reading the freaking magazines and lighten up. Not every woman is built the same. Most women in society are plus size women anyway. Most women are size 10 to 14. Most women are not size 0. So when you see a size 0, you're like, to me, when I see a size 0, I'm like, damn, that chick needs a care package. She needs to go to McDonald's and start eating. That's disgusting. I don't want to see your ribs. A Houston firefighter uses beer to put out an 18-wheeler that caught fire. When a Houston firefighter came across an 18-wheeler with smoke pouring out of it on Highway 71, he didn't have any water with him. Because it was his day off, he got creative. During a trip back from Austin, Texas with his wife, all three people at the scene started shaking and spraying cans of beer on the blaze. It was eventually, I have no idea if the beer hadn't been there, the whole trailer would have burned up. So for me, I really respect these firefighters and men and women who actually go out there day in and day out and put their life on the line to keep people like me and you safe. I respect them. So I'll be completely honest with you guys. I would have never ever thought about putting beer on a fire. And this dude used his smarts to put beer out, shake up these beer cans, and put out a fire. That's something that is respectable right there. That's something who's thinking right off the top of the cuff. Here's a drunk story, ladies and gentlemen. And minded you, this is the first time we ever went to this bar. I just knew about it because I used to go grocery shopping next to this little hole-in-the-wall bar. And me and my friend were like, okay, we're going to go in there. And this lady at first didn't think my ID was real. She basically was saying I had a fake ID. I wasn't 21. And I was like 23 or something at the time. Isn't it funny when the picture in the ID had a goatee like this, had long hair like I do, but no, that's not you. What was I trying to pose as McLovin? Yeah, McLovin from Superbad? Nah, I don't use fake IDs. And I showed her the ID and I was like, this is really me. And then some drunk dude in the bar was like, dude, lady, just let the dude get drunk. If he wants to have a beer, let him have a beer. And I was like, if this drunk dude's saying that's me in the thing, then believe him. I mean, he was drunk at the time, but here's what I asked for. I sat down and she's like, can I help you? And what do you want? I said, I want a Heineken. And she's like, we don't have that. I was like, well, how about a Corona? She's like, we don't have that. And my thing is, if I drink beer, ladies and gentlemen, I only drink imported beer like Heineken, Beck's, and stuff like that because to me it's more premium. It just tastes better than Budweiser and Coors and stuff like that. And this lady said, we only have Coolers and Budweiser. And I was like, and you're a bar and you only have two options of beer. And she's like, yeah. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And I asked her, okay, can I get a shot of Jack Daniels? Because if I drink and I want a shot, I'll just take a shot of Jack Daniels. I took one shot and she goes, you're done. I was like, I'm not done. She's like, you're a little drunk. I'm like, no, I'm not drunk off of one shot. I know how to handle my alcohol, and I know if I had too much alcohol or not. So basically, my friend was like, hey, can I get a shot of the Wild Turkey? And she's like, sure. She gave him one shot, and she did the same thing. So we both asked, again, can we have another shot? And she was like, no, you guys are done. And this lady had to be in her 60s or something. And I was never been to a bar and was never disappointed as I was that night. All I can say is that's a way to lose your customers. You're refusing to serve them alcohol when they clearly have money and they're clearly not drunk. So guys, what are some drunk stories you guys have? Because
I mean, I used to live in Las Vegas, and that's just crazy shit there.
I don't even see how you can live in Vegas, though. It seems like it'd be just a party all the time.
Yeah.
Unless you stay away from the strip, though. I think you would not want to go down to the casinos and shit all the time.
Yeah, well, the strip is mostly, like, mayhem. Like, but there are some casinos that are not on the strip, so.
I was just surprised how much gambling is in Vegas when I went gambling in the airports and the fucking. There's restaurants that have casinos. I'm like,
yeah,
really?
They've got them in inside gas stations and everything.
They have them in like McDonald's. I'm like,
cause
The first time I went there, I was surprised. I was like overwhelmed with people or ordering McDonald's and they're gambling. It's like that's all you do there is get drunk and gamble.
Yeah, that is pretty much all you do, and go to the
But I would
strip
definitely,
clubs.
but I would definitely take their weather over Florida's.
Oh yeah, easily.
I would definitely, because of the humid heat, I would take that desert heat anytime.
Yeah, I know, right? God.
Las Vegas. I wouldn't mind going back to Las Vegas. I've only been there once though.
Oh, I've been there a lot.
Yeah, well, you used to live out there though.
Yeah.
But when I was there, I went for a friend's 21st birthday though. So my
Yeah.
intention was just to get drunk.
Funny is the last time we were there, my my stepdad's family are cops, and they were like, if you get in trouble, call my number. I was like, oh, okay.
So living in Vegas, have you ever experienced like getting really shit-faced drunk, like at a bar there?
Uh, I mean, I got like a little drunk, but not like totally shit-faced.
Well, I'll tell you this: when I went to Las Vegas for my friend's 21st birthday,
Coyote Ugly Bar, yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
you can actually hear this whole story on the audio podcast that I did on Spreaker.com. And basically, what happens is, guys, we went to the Coyote Ugly Bar, and they were giving out free Jello shots to everybody. And basically, we were at this hotel that basically said we had to be back at a certain time. So we had to be back at this bus stop at, what was it, 12 o'clock. So we had to basically leave the bar at 12 to get back to the bus stop by basically 1 o'clock, because the bus leaves no later than 1 o'clock. So basically, me and my friend, and let me tell you, I was like 23 at the time. And this is before I really started drinking. And my friend was 21, and it was his first 21st birthday getting drunk. And we were running up and down the strip, looking for this bus stop. And known to me, we ran the opposite way, like half a mile or like 4 or 5 blocks the wrong direction. Then turn around and run the other way. And we get to the bus stop, and we ask them, dude, is the bus come yet? Because we thought we were late. And the dude's like, nah, the bus is broken down, so they're going to be sending a new bus out. I'm like, so me and my friend didn't have to run from the Coyote Ugly Bar to get in there? Like, no. And I'll tell you this, I had 3 beers that night and like 4 Jello shots. And I never had Jello shots up until that point. And those Jello shots hit me and hit me hard. I guess you could say I'm a lightweight.
Yeah, I mean, what's cool about Vegas is if you're on the strip, you can carry big beer anywhere down there.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could walk around with beer.
Yeah.
What, in a plastic bag?
No, like bottles or whatever you want to do. Yeah, I've actually been there.
Yeah, you vlogged about it or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it? Is this the Las Vegas Strip, really?
Well, there's the Strip, and then there's Fremont, which is pretty cool.
What's the hell's Fremont?
Fremont is where I was at last time, and they got like live bands playing at night and all this shit. Why you need to go on a cruise ship.
I've never been on a cruise ship.
That's just fun.
I've never actually traveled outside the country. That's why I was thinking if I do travel something like that, a cruise would be the cheapest way to travel.
Yeah, 'cause like you pay for your ticket or whatever, and then once you're on the ship, you get free food, free drinks, whatever.
And you could see like 2 or 3 countries sometimes for like $600 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you flew that, I mean, yeah, I would want to see like Europe. I really want to see Europe, but
Yeah.
I think going on a cruise like Mexico and the Bahamas,
Yeah.
they have trips like that for like $600, $800 or something.
Yep. It's pretty good deal.
I mean, I have a passport. I mean, I think you might need a passport if you were going to like Mexico or something on a cruise.
I'm not sure. Yeah, for the Bahamas, you do not. All you need is your ID and birth certificate. Oh man, like it was a pretty good game, but like I felt they
Why
had
didn't
a I felt they had a chance to win at the end, or at least have an opportunity to.
Why didn't he just step out of bounds and stop the clock? He could have threw a Hail Mary after that.
Yeah, and in my opinion, you have a better chance at completing a Hail Mary than throwing the ball across the field for some crazy ass play.
I mean, they were actually doing pretty good at the last 2 minutes of the game, though.
Yeah, yeah, they actually were.
If the-
Yeah, it's either Broncos versus Seahawks or Broncos versus Niners or Patriots against Seahawks and Patriots against Niners.
I mean, they're all good teams, but I don't know if I could see the Niners actually making it.
Yeah. See, normally I like to pick the home team because it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be crazy up in there.
So who's playing? Is the Denver Broncos playing at home?
I believe so. Yeah.
Another dumbass school shooting.
No. Where
Yeah.
at?
Yeah, apparently the school shooting was in New Mexico, and it was like a 13-year-old dude who brought a shotgun into school and started blasting people up. That's all I heard on the news, so I'm not exactly 100% sure what all is going on, but that's still a crazy thing. You never bring a gun to school and shoot people up. If you have problems or you're getting bullied, tell somebody.
Okay, well, what we need to know is what kind of music this guy listened to.
It was ICP.
Oh, God.
No, but that's crazy shit, dude.
Because I remember when I was in high school, some kid brought a machete, and the blade was like that long, and he actually tried to stab some kid up because he was bullied, and he admitted that to the school. He said, the reason why I brought this machete, I was going to cut this kid up because he was bullied all day, every day when he went to school. So that was like his equalizer. I guess he was scared and intimidated. I go to school, I get harassed. So luckily he didn't get to stab the kid up, because that kid would have died and he would have got his revenge. Like, you fucked with me for 4 years, I had to do what I had to do. But he did get arrested for having a machete. But
I remember when I went to school in Vegas, some dude pulled up to the parking lot and committed suicide. That was pretty crazy.
And is it really the truth that bullies don't pick on people that are the size of Triple H or the size of like the Giant or like Big Show? They don't. They pick on people that are smaller than them. And the bad thing about bullying is a lot of times the bullies who are getting bullied, they have a shitty home life.
That, and most of the time it's like 5 guys picking on one little kid.
And usually it's one, if all the dude's friends aren't around, that dude doesn't pick on people. He only does it when his friends are around. Like, oh, I gotta show off.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll be completely honest, when I was in high school, there was like this school, it was like, I guess you'd say, the school bad kid, bad boy, the guy that everybody was intimidated by. And pretty much what happened is one day, he was throwing paper at me, and I'm the type of dude who don't like to be picked on. So, you know how Triple H would go, and like blow, you know how people blow water out their mouth. And basically, this dude came up to me the first time, grabs me by my thing, and I was ready to. Here's what I always say: if I'm gonna go down and get my ass kicked, I'm gonna go down swinging. So as long as I get some punches and kicks in, that's all that matters to me. So pretty much what happens is this dude grabs my shirt, and I was like, did that because I didn't want to get hit. Then he does it again, and I had water in my mouth, and I said, if you're going to do something, I'm going to spit this water on your Jerry Rice jersey, because this is when Jerry Rice was still the big shit on the Oakland Raiders. And pretty much what I did, I went, and it spit all this water onto him, and he walked right up to me, like, what, I'm going to kick your ass. And I wanted him to hit me so I could throw down in front of the class and show people that I'm not scared.
I remember this guy used to throw pieces of paper at me constantly. And so one day I had had enough of it, and I grabbed one of those big ass history books,
Yeah.
and I just swung that shit, and it was great. Yeah, I mean, you gotta stand up for yourself. Simple as that.
So you like doing those gameplay videos a lot?
Yeah, I like it.
To me, it's crazy when you have like Shay Carl and Timothy DeLaGhetto. They always somehow get massive subscribers. There's a website out there that said Shay Carl or the Shay Tarts was, I think it was like 14 to 20,000 subscribers every week.
Let's just say if we put up a 45-second vlog, it'll probably get like 50 views. But if like the Shaytards put up a 45-second vlog, they're getting like 18,000 views.
So with that being said, guys, I just want to apologize and say my internet actually dropped during the filming of the podcast. So with that being said, you can check out The IndieFX at youtube.com/TheIndieFX. We'll probably try to make a better podcast coming up very, very soon and just throw out some hot topics and make the podcast quicker and shorter. So with that being said, we'll definitely talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.